You say you love the tech news, but if you really loved the tech news, you'd marry it.
What?
EU lawmakers have agreed on new rules that would take closed ecosystems operated by tech giants like Apple and, in layman's terms, them up real good. Pow!
No.
The Digital Markets Act, or DMA, has been making its way through the branches of the EU's government, but this agreement means it could actually pass into law very soon and force Apple, Facebook, or any company providing so-called core platform services to allow interoperability between messaging services, meaning that users on WhatsApp or iMessage or Telegram could all message each other. I mean, you've seen blue bubbles and green bubbles. Get ready for a whole spectrum of color. You're gonna see who Apple really hates when they assign the brown bubble. The DMA would also force Apple to allow sideloading of iOS apps, something that Epic has spent the past year and a half trying to achieve in court. Obviously, big tech isn't super into the idea, with Apple saying it'll be bad for security and Google saying that it could reduce innovation.
That's what they sound like.
Although Google did just begin a pilot program with Spotify to try out third-party billing in the Play Store.
Only with Spotify.
Obviously, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney would love to see the DMA become law, mostly because it'll be like nitrous fuel for his Twitter feed.
Oh!
He's a real sassy man.
Feels very
Loves
deep.
burritos.
It feels big about those burritos.
Team Green may be turning over a new leaf in how they deal with competitors. Nvidia has traditionally tried to keep things proprietary to a very significant degree. But at GDC this week, the company announced that it is in talks with Intel to potentially produce chips using Team Blue's fancy new foundries instead of their usual buddies TSMC and Samsung. I mean, you can't have too many friends, right?
That's not true. Definitely can't.
But that's not all. Nvidia also announced Streamline, a software framework that would make it easier for developers to integrate not just DLSS, but any super resolution technology.
Even mine.
And it's open source. Intel is already preparing plugins for XeSS, and AMD could do the same for FSR 2.0 if they so choose. In fact, technically anyone could do that for FSR because it's open source as well. Ha! Maybe those hackers that demanded Nvidia open source their drivers actually achieved something.
Call it XeSS.
That's probably not what happened.
What about CES?
Not CES.
It's a cesspool.
Those hackers, by the way, may not achieve anything like that again because London police have reportedly arrested a 16-year-old believed to be the mastermind of the Lapsus hacking group. That group claimed responsibility for recent high-profile cyber attacks against Nvidia, Samsung, Ubisoft, Microsoft, and Okta, leaking compromised data and even making that famous demand to which Nvidia did not accede, because they don't negotiate with terrorists when they're still in high school.
Head of the hacking club.
6 other teens have also been arrested in connection with Lapsus, although no charges have yet been filed. The teams have been released under investigation. Well, wait, did they give them cell phones?
What? No!
Did you give them cell phones?
My watchdogs up in here.
Now it's time for the Buttquacks, brought to you by the DropX Sennheiser PC37X gaming headset. It's got an open back design and drivers from the same family as the classic HD 500 and 600 series for clearer audio whether you're playing games or bopping to your favorite tunes. The PC37X has a noise canceling mic that automatically mutes when you rotate it upwards. I wish that some people worked that way. Plus, the 10-foot braided cable leaves you lots of room to shake your head in frustration when you get utterly pwned online. Right now, until March 27th, you can get the PC37X gaming headset for just $99. So click the link below because time is running out! Buttquacks, no one knows what they are. And that doesn't mean they're not dangerous.
Ha!
Hey!
Watch out.
Brace yourself because there are some heavyweight GPUs on the horizon. Images have leaked of MSI's RTX 3090 Ti Supreme X, indicating that Nvidia may finally release this card, or even maybe talk about it. It's been kind of awkward since the end of February when we were supposed to hear more about it. Meanwhile, other leaks have indicated that the RTX 4080, which is expected this year, could have a TDP of 600 watts. For context, the 3090 TDP is 350 watts, and that's already crazy. In a nutshell, if you're gonna buy one of these, you're also buying a new power supply. It's in the purchase agreement.
Lawyers are involved.
Maybe it's nothing to fret over though, because that 600 watt number might have something to do with the new power supply specifications that Intel just released, which should lead to more powerful and efficient PSUs, and the proliferation of a 12 plus 4-pin PCIe power connector that can deliver up to 600 watts over a single cable.
Pieces together.
Coincidence? I think not! Apple is developing a hardware subscription service for iPhones, according to a Bloomberg report citing insiders with knowledge of the matter. It's always those
They're
guys.
everywhere. They're all over the place.
Such a service may look a lot like Microsoft's Xbox All Access plan, which gives customers the ability to pay a monthly subscription for access to a console and 24 months of Game Pass Ultimate. So you get a new iPhone every year and access to Apple's award-winning Apple TV Plus, streaming exclusive content that has just so many celebrities in it.
Man, Denzel.
Wow!
Tom Hanks.
They have so many celebrities.
They have so many in there. They got the cards.
With Microsoft having released DirectStorage into the wild, many are hoping we'll see better load times in games. And although a GDC demo shows a scene from the upcoming game Forspoken loading in just 1.9 seconds, that's down from just 2.1 seconds.
Whoa, what?
Seems like the kind of drive you're using actually has a way bigger impact on load times than the tech itself for that particular game. I mean, I'm not complaining. Faster is more better, generally.
Generally.
Especially for drive-throughs.
Yeah.
And Fortnite Battle Royale may be permanently getting rid of one of its most distinctive features, fort building. What are they gonna call it? Open field combat night?
Shoot night.
The game tested out the change this week, and while the most elite players complained about it, many of the more casual fans celebrated not having to literally tie their fingers in knots in order to win a battle. But code leaks make it look like there may be building and non-building modes. So don't worry, you can still show off your knowledge of architecture while engaging in deadly firefights, but just try to get out of your neoclassical box every once in a while by
Try some Gothic.
changing modes.
Yeah, try some classical.
And try to come back on Monday for more tech news. If you do really love tech news. I mean, I don't even see a ring on it. Oh, I do have a ring.